Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel Toiletterian. I bring to your attention fragrances that are usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. They sometimes get ignored. I think they are good value for money. They smell good. I think you should at least try them for yourself. Do your research and see if they're any good to you. So today I have a comparison video between two Lattafa fragrances. These two Lattafa fragrances are very popular and for a good reason. These two are out of this world. Yes, they are very pungent. They are not friendly in many ways. They're not crowd pleasers. They are particular fragrances for connoisseurs, for people who know what they want in fragrances, and people who search for fragrances that are different. Okay, so these two are complete opposite of what is trend at the moment in the market, which is fresh, vanilla, sweet, and all those things. These two are not at all these categories. These are very heavy, dark, pungent, deep, complicated, complex. They both are in the same category. They are not 100% similar, they are but the same category, very close to each other. So this one is Maahir Oud for Glory, Lattafa Oud for Glory, and this one is Lattafa Maahir Black Edition. They both came out 2020. They both are under £30. I leave in the description where you can find them for the cheapest, hopefully. I'm not affiliated, I don't get anything out of it, just for your convenience. And also you can do your research. I leave in the description with the information. One thing before I go for the comparison video is always do your research, please. Don't just take my word for it or anybody else's word for it, because fragrances are very, very subjective. They are different for different people. Different people smell different things. Different people have different taste. Different people have different skin type, and different climate, different background, different cultural upbringing, different environments. So all these things have a big role in what you as an individual like or dislike. So for my taste as an individual, when I say these are amazing, fantastic, and all these good things, this is for me. For you, it might be different. It could be the same, but it could be completely different. So always bear in mind, do your research, know what you like, know what works on your skin, know what works for your environment, for what you do, for how you live, and then go for a purchase, because you don't want to waste your money. We don't want to it's a hard like me, I work for my money. This is a hard-earned cash, so I'm not going to waste it on things that I don't like. Although majority of the things I buy, I'm a crazy person. I go blind buy because this is what I like. Okay, I like blind buys. I like surprises, and even though I go for blind buys, I always do my research beforehand. Okay, so I know what I want. I know which fragrance is closer to my taste. Okay, so these two are very, very close to my taste. Okay, I like them because they are not simple, they are complicated, they are deep, they are resinous, they are dark, they are scary in some ways. They both are oud base. The oud are medicinal and pungent, so you have to bear in mind. They both are very smoky, very ashy. This one is even smokier than this one, but only in the beginning. The Maahir Black is even smokier than the Lattafa Oud for Glory, but both are 12 hours plus on your skin. They are very strong. You don't need more than 3 sprays, 2 on the neck, 1 on the chest, and it will last you all day, and it projects very, very heavy. Both are very heavy projector for 3 to 4 hours, and room filler, basically very, very strong. For you, so for the money, you're getting amazing value for money in both of these. Who are they for? These are definitely mature, I would say 30 and up to be on the safe side. They are both for people who know what they want, for connoisseurs, for people who've been around fragrances and sniffing fragrances and collecting fragrances for a while or a long time. So these are not for faint-hearted, okay? I've seen people buy these and they would say, oh, this is too much for me, or this is stinky, or this is what the, yeah? So the reason is because your nose haven't been developed that long, or your taste is different, okay? So there are some people who've been collecting fragrances for many years, but they still are big fan of fresh fragrances. They never go for these things, okay? The reason is because they know their taste is that genre, okay? But normally when you're into fragrances and after a while your senses crave something more heavy, something complicated, something deeper, something complex, something more in a realm of strange, impossible, in a realm of you know, something that is different from the trend which is in the market. So these two are very good example of that. These two are at all trendy. They are just going against the trend, because the trend is fresh, sweet, vanilla, ambroxan, and all these things at the moment right now for the last 2 years. These two are completely different from that. These are heavy based, oody, woody, leathery, smoky, tobacco, cigar, medicinal, earthy. So you have to bear in mind, and spicy as well. They are very, very spicy too. Especially the Maahir Black is very, very spicy. This one is less spicier. In terms of which one I like them both 10 out of 10. So for me, there is no difference in terms of liking how much I like them. But Maahir Black is amazing in the beginning for me, for the first 2 hours, and after that it becomes tamer, it becomes more mainstream, and it becomes sweet, spicy fragrance. Even though it will never lose those, you know, smoky, leathery, woody, boozy and spicy tone to it, it will stay there for the whole duration of the fragrance, but it tamed down very much so. So after 2 hours, those heavy elements tame down and become sweet, spicy, smoky, leathery, woody fragrance, but much tamer and much friendlier. This one, on the other hand, no. It will start off a little bit on the friendly side, so it becomes, when it starts off with a leather and amber and spicy element to it, a little bit of smoked tobaccos, a little bit of woody tone, and then it gets stronger and stronger, and those heavy elements become stronger by the time goes on. So this one is quite, the big difference between these two is that this one in the beginning is super heavy and super dark, super boozy, and very, very heavy toned fragrance. This one is a lighter in the beginning but becomes heavier by the time goes on. And that's the main difference. Otherwise, majority of the other things I talked about are quite similar to each other, although they are not 100% similar to each other. But those elements, the oud, the wood, the booze, the leather, the smoke, the ash, the booze and spice, they both are quite similar. I would say around 60 to 70% are similar to each other. But when you smell them side by side, which I have in my hand, you can tell there are differences, okay? You can tell there are subtle differences, but the difference is not huge, okay? It's not that big that you say, okay, there are complete different fragrances, okay? But in their own right, there are different fragrances, and I think if you like this kind of fragrances, this genre, you should go for both if you like this kind of fragrances, because under £30 for 100 ml EDP, 12 hours plus fragrance with such a artistic, unique, not unique but different fragrances, amazing value for money. Look at the presentation. The presentation match that profile of the fragrances, both black, both good presentation, heavy bottles, heavy caps, the boxes are quite good, so everything for under £30 is amazing. Is amazing value for money. This is what I'm going to say. The ratio between what you get and what you pay is huge. Nobody can beat these two in terms of ratio between what you pay and what you get. So 12 hours plus 3 to 4 hours of heavy projection. These are definitely cooler weather fragrances, but if you're like me, you don't care about occasions, you don't care about time, you don't care about where and when to wear your fragrances, you can wear them anytime. But for the sake of the video, these two are definitely cooler weather, winter, definitely winter, because they are very, very heavy. And also these are good for going out for evening and for special occasions, but as I said, I wear them anywhere, anytime, okay? But if you're wearing them in the heat, you have to control the trigger. One is enough. For example, right now in the middle of summer, it's very hot, and I wore these two for the last few days, and I only put one on my chest and I could smell it all day. So it's very, very strong, and that's why you have to control the trigger. Okay guys, I think I talked about everything. If you have any question, put it down there. If you know any of this, let other people know. That would be useful for other people to see your experience with these two fragrances. I highly recommend these two. Both for me are 10 out of 10, but as I said, for you it might be different. Please always do your research. Don't forget, if you find this video useful, if you find it entertaining, if you find it informative, give me a thumbs up and subscribe for future videos, and try to share it with other people. This way you help me to expand my channel, and that would be very nice. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later guys. Bye bye bye.